What's up guys, this is Alek the Lost Knight, and welcome to Elden Ring. For my first playthrough, I played on stream. The stream VODs are also being posted to this channel. These videos are an edited Let's Play series, so if you want to see unedited VODs, please watch those. These are for edited gameplay. Thank you, and enjoy. Here, I think? I don't know. We're going to find out. Anyway, the drinking rules are as follows. I have a beer. I will drink said beer per death. I have water. I will drink water every time I rest at a grace. This one, we open the stream, alright? I'll get it in a second. I also have some energy drink that I'll be working on because I'm trying to be energetic. That's in this mug. And if I die by gravity, if I fall off a ledge and die, fall to my death. Shot glass, I'll take a shot. So, anyway, I did a, oh god, I think it was my first, like, Drinking Soul stream. I did a shot per death, with water for bonfires. And boy, was it rough. Because Dark Souls 3, if you've never played it, there's a boss pretty early on that is not forgiving. Like, of all the... Let's see. Demon Souls has a boss with a scripted death. That's how you finish the tutorial. Dark Souls 1 has a tutorial boss, but it's not that hard. Dark Souls 2, no tutorial boss. Dark Souls 3, tutorial boss, actually difficult. Elden Ring, scripted death for the tutorial. I went in blind, did not know, did shot per death, and after, like, I don't know, I think we did kill the boss and we did move on, but it was like so many shots later, so many. I was gone. I was so gone. It was bad. It was so bad. I was telling them earlier, I used to do, I did like a, hey, for the next 6 hours, any subscriber I gain on the channel. So I was like, you know, like, say I was 290 subscribers or some shit, and I was like, alright, I'm trying to make 300. I was like, for the next 5 hours, any sub that I get, I will match with a shot in a video. And record a gaming video with however many shots I get in the next, per sub, you know, I get in the next 5 hours, whatever. And then, you know, trying to push all this shit on Twitter. And freaking, they got the, like, 10 subs or 12 or what, it was something, it was like 12. And so I then went, recorded a video. And, oh, great, a dragon. Oh, good. And to start the video, pounded back like 10 shots and then tried to record for as long as I could. Thankfully, that's what I told them. Like, thankfully, it was not streaming, because streaming you can't edit. Streaming's live. But, you know, at least with YouTube, you can edit that shit, right? Like, it's not as bad. But streaming would be so bad. But it was bad enough. It was bad enough. And I did the shots. I recorded the video for as long... I recorded, like, say, 3 30-ish minute videos or something like that. And then the next day woke up, nude in bed with a trash can full of puke, because I, you know, too much alcohol too fast. Edited the videos, had to cut a lot out. But it was pretty good stuff. You know, that stuff that I'm like, now I'm like, never again. Never would I ever put that on the internet, ever. After all my, like, drama between my employer and stuff, I'm like, never would I ever let that be in a place where my employer or anybody else could ever find it, right? Even this, I'm like, I'm doing shots, I'm doing drinks of beer because I'm not doing shots, except for gravity, because I don't want to get, you know, uncontrollable or whatever. Like, I'm just, like, so scared of I can't, you know, like, do anything that could possibly come back in my professional life. for sure. This is bothering me so bad. I can't see all this freaking camera spinning bullshit while I'm getting... Alright. Bird! This is the worst thing imaginable for me right now. This they don't have knife legs like the ones in Stormvale Castle do. Knife leg birds were the worst thing I could ever think. Why is this dragon almost dead? Question mark. Hey dragon, you want to like not do what you're doing? I'll throw a rock, dude. I'll do it. I'll effing throw a rock, bro. Think I won't? I'm gonna throw a rock, bitch. You didn't give a shit about the rock. Oh shit. He's gonna kill me with this! Oh! Good dang it. Good dang it, dude. Good dang it. Oh shit, Drake Knight set? We gotta get that shit. We gotta get that shit. Okay, we gotta get... There's an armor set. Gotta do that. Gotta do that. Alright guys, I don't care about you. I'm running past. Alright, deal with it. Deal with it. There's a floating platform over here. Question mark. There sure is. Hell yeah, game. Game, hell yeah. Give me that sweet, sweet armor. Give me that armor, boy. Hey, we found the lift. That's really cool. It's really cool, dude. It's very cool. This is a chest? Everyone, I'm going to apologize. The alcohol is taking effect. Drake Knight set. How cool is that? I talked about it before. What I like about the Souls games is that it's essentially a shared trauma. And anyone that has played one of these games, you have an instant connection to, because you have shared trauma. You have an instant, like, I've been through the same thing you have connection. And it actually, like, it genuinely is, like, it's a, you have been through the same struggle, and you know what it's like. I told one of my exes, I said, okay, I said, don't expect a marriage, she was looking for, like, a quick marriage proposal, which I was not about. So I was like, I gotta, like, date you at least, like, a year before I'm gonna freaking propose, because, like, chill out, you know? But I said, hey, I said, until you beat Dark Souls solo, don't expect a marriage proposal. She was like, what the hell, why? I said, first of all, it's my favorite game. But second of all, I said, the patience and perseverance it takes to beat that game is, like, genuinely a good character trait, because it means that you are perhaps slower to anger, that you can work through obstacles no matter how difficult and overcome them, right? Like, you can actually, like, it's a patience test. It genuinely is. Like, Dark Souls is a difficult game. It tests your personality as a person to, do you have the patience and what it takes to take as many tries as it takes to figure it out? It does. It absolutely takes so much patience that I said, if you can beat a game like Dark Souls, you can probably handle a relationship, because it takes patience. I said, and being able to face, like, right now, I have died the past 6 or so times to this dragon. Am I throwing my controller through the wall? No. It is a challenge. It is something that I view as something to overcome. And I say, okay, I'll get it next time. There is no giving up. It's how you need to face a relationship. It's okay, something tough arose, right? An obstacle came up. do I give up and back out and quit and move on, or do I stick it out? Do I persevere? Do I find what it takes to overcome this? That's one of my views as of a person of, hey, can you overcome something? Or do you just give up halfway through because it's too hard? Because relationships and life in general is hard. Are you just going to give up on me, or are you going to stick it out and let us work it out and figure it out? You know, that's a genuine thing that I care about. Yeah, you're absolutely right. All white belts are just white belts that never gave up. That is absolutely correct. It's so easy these days, and I'm very guilty of this myself. It is so easy to run full speed into a new hobby or something in life, something new. And if you're not immediately good at it, you just drop it and move on. You say, oh, I'm not good at that, and you move on. You don't touch it again. You say, oh, I'm not good at that. It takes genuine patience, perseverance, and humility to say, okay, I'm not good at this, but I'm willing to get better. Like, I'm not, oh, believe it or not, I'm not immediately good at this game. You know, my skills as a, whenever I first started this, my skills as a first-person shooter gamer did not transfer very well. And instead of saying, okay, I'm not good at this, I'm never going to play it again, I, quote-unquote, got good. And it's that mindset of, okay, I'm not good at this. I can be. It takes time and effort. Yeah, and like, so the other day, I was talking about Melania, whatever her name is. I was talking about strats to fight her. And I said, yeah, I said, Lobos did. He parried her to death. And Tiny Spirit, one of my friends, said, yeah, but you're not Lobos. I said, well, you're correct. I'm not Lobos. It doesn't mean that I can't learn it. It just takes time and effort. I said, just because I don't have his years of experience in this game, or in Souls games, I may not have his skill level, does not mean that with the time and effort put into it, I could not learn that skill. I just have to be willing to be able to put the time in. I said, so don't count me out. Don't say I can't do that, because I could. It's just, will I devote the time required to quote-unquote get good at this? You know, like, yeah, Melania's very difficult. It's hard to do a parry type run, because if you're at all wrong, she kills you. It's hard. It's not impossible. Would it take me 100+ attempts to do that? Probably. Could I? Probably. I could probably learn it. One of my, like, alright, so whenever I play Dark Souls 2, so I played Dark Souls 1, a friend convinced me to buy it. I'd only played shooters, essentially, up to that point. And it's like, hey, check out this game, Dark Souls. It had been out a while. It was, say, 2013. It had been out since 2011. It had been out a few years. He loved it. He was very good at it. I bought it. I couldn't be the tutorial boss. I could not pass the tutorial. I'd only played shooters. I was a shooter player. I played Halo. I played shooters, Call of Duty, that kind of stuff. I said, hey, I invited him over. I said, hey, help me beat this guy. I can't even play the game. He beat it for me. And I played, and he kind of helped me beat bosses and stuff. I'd hand it off to him if I got stuck. I never finished playing the game because he did all the hard work for me. And then I never finished Dark Souls 1 originally. And then Dark Souls 2 came out. And I said, oh, cool, Dark Souls 2. I'm going to play this game. I'm going to make it my own. And I played it, Dark Souls 2. And I got into it, and I played it all myself. I didn't have any help. I didn't have any guides. I just played it. I just learned the game. And first playthrough was shield and strength-based sword. You know, typical type first playthrough. And I beat the game. And I said, okay. I said, I am now going to play this game again. And I'm going to play this. I said, I'm going to make myself get good at this game. Because I want to. I said, I'm going to play this game that I just beat with strength weapon and shield. I'm going to use a dexterity weapon and no shield. I'm not going to block. I'm going to learn to roll through every attack. And I did. I put the shield on my back. I two-handed. I did not block any attack. I rolled every attack. I learned the timing. I beat the game again. There's even a boss that's known as fairly difficult in Dark Souls 2, and I said, I'm going to parry his attacks. I will only attack after I parry him. And I did it. Did it take fucking forever? Yeah. But I said, I want to learn this game. I want to be good at this game. And I did it. And after all that, I went back to Dark Souls 1 and beat it. And Dark Souls 1 is now my favorite game ever. And I can beat Dark Souls 1 with challenge runs. I can do, you know, like whatever. I can do no Estus. I can do pacifist. I can do whatever. I made that game my own because I took the time and effort it took to quote unquote get good. And that's all these games take is just time and effort. Is do you want to, you know, everyone complains with the meta, right? Like, okay, the meta right now, bleed weapons are very good. Oh, dude, just level health. Just use a bleed weapon. Just use whatever. It's easy. It's like, yeah, but you're not learning the game. You know, like there's some bosses that I've killed very quickly in this game because I was over level whenever I got to them. I was over level whenever I got to them, and I said, okay, this boss is easy. But like when I was watching Lobos, he said, hey, he comes to this fight. He's fighting it the first time, and he's over level, but he says, I want to learn. He kind of backs off and isn't as aggressive because he says, I want to learn the moves because I know I'll be back with less damage. He said, oh no. He said, the next playthrough I do will be a soul level 1. He says, literally, the first playthrough is the first blind playthrough. The second playthrough is a level 1. He said, I need to learn the bosses the first time because I'm going to come back and do these bosses again with no levels, no health, no damage. I need to learn their moves the first time, or else I'll be stuck here the second time. And so, yeah, any boss can be easy if you use, you know, different tactics and stuff, but just realize that if you want to be good, you need to learn the bosses. You need to learn their moves, learn what they do. And, you know, some of that kind of stuff. So, like, yeah, I don't like the level health. I typically don't, if I can help it. Because health is a cushion. Health helps you survive. Health is a opportunity to make less mistakes before you reset. I like playing where you have to learn the boss. You have to learn the moves and play almost perfectly in order to defeat them. Because whenever you get done, you have such a sense of accomplishment that it's just so rewarding. For saying that, hey, I learned that fight. I just did that fight almost perfectly. I like the challenge of high risk, high reward. There's no room for error or else you die. Now, is that conducive for a first playthrough? It's not. It's absolutely not. Like, I should probably have leveled health for this first playthrough so I can learn the bosses a little bit easier. But I enjoy it. Like, right now I've died, you know, 10, 15 times in a row to this dragon, right? Like, I'm just dying constantly to this dragon. But you know what? I'm getting a little bit better every time. I'm learning. And so if I ever do this again, I come back here, I'll know what to do. You know, this isn't a one-off game for me. And I want to learn the bosses, learn their moves, learn what to do. That attack right there has killed me like 3 times in a row now. Let me see if I can block it. But again, it's the thought of, you know, do you take the easy way out or do you learn the game? That's what I like about the Souls games, right? Is that everyone says, oh, it's the hardest game series ever. It's so hard, yada, yada, yada. Yes, it's difficult. But any challenge can be overcome if you learn how it works. If you learn the boss's moveset, if you use the tools given to you, it can be overcome. You know, I've done pacifist runs, I've done no healing runs. All that stuff can be done. You know, it's possible if you put the time and effort into it. And to me, it's beautiful because it's a direct translation to real life. You can accomplish you can do anything, you can accomplish anything if you take the time and effort to do so. You know, so many times we just don't want to put the time into it. And, you know, you're saying, oh, that's impossible. I can't do this. I can't do that. But you could. And it's always this struggle of, okay, well, I need downtime. I need time to reset and rest and not be constantly, you know, learning or something, right? Like, you have to be able to reset and have downtime. Like, that's a given fact. You can't always be bettering yourself. You have to have those times that you sit in the recliner and you do nothing. If I saw it today, if you don't rest, your body will force you to rest. You have to have those times that you reset. But how many things do you think you can't do could you if you took time to do so? You know, that's the thing, right? Is like my old quote was that I used to use this quote, right? This was my favorite quote. And I dare say I made this quote myself. I'm sure I adopted it from something else. But the quote was, if I could control time, the world would be mine. Because everything takes time. And there are some things that you physically may not be able to do. There may be physical limitations, there may be mental limitations. You may not be able to physically do something. It may be actually impossible. But typically speaking, almost anything can be done if you put the time and effort into it. I mean, could you possibly learn, you know, whatever? Like, you probably could. Unless you actually do not have the ability to do so, you can learn anything and do anything you want if you put the time into it. You know, like, I always look at, like, you know, okay, you can, you know what's wild to me is, like, knowledge, right? Knowledge is purely, like, how much time and money do you have? Thank you. You can learn anything you want. You can get any degree you want with the time and money. And it's a shame that they put knowledge behind paywalls for degrees and stuff. But, like, right now I'm working on a MBA, which is a Master's in Business Administration. And the problem that I have is that it's not interesting. It's very hard to do the work because it's not interesting. It's just not interesting to me. So it's very hard to focus and put effort into it. But, I mean, this knowledge is just behind a paywall. Like, you want to be you think, oh, hey, I could be a whatever. You just have to pay your college money and you can learn whatever you want to. If you put the time into it, you know, like, you can be anything you want to with a proper amount of time. Which is wild to me. That realization of any knowledge in the world can be mine if I just pay for it is wild to me. You know, like, it's not... I don't have to beat a dragon to get his knowledge, right? Like, you just have to pay a university for it. And it's kind of BS, but, like, you can get a lot of... What was it? There was some kind of MIT thing. I'm out of beer again. There was some kind of MIT thing that they offered, like, the slides of past courses for free. And so I actually did. I pulled one of their courses, like one of their past courses. I just pulled the slides from it. Is going through it because you can. You know, like, oh, learn another language, yada yada yada. You could, if you put the time into it. Time is everything. You know, it is. Anything can be done if you put the time into it. Superpowers. Oh, I wish I could fly. I wish I could do whatever, right? I wish I could control time. Because time is what governs everything. If you had an extra hour of the day, what would you do with it? You know? Like, so many times I'm like, oh my god, I run a stream late one evening on a work night. And I'm like, shit, I'm lacking sleep. Now at work, I'm chugging energy drinks to get by, and I'm not fully there mentally as far as capacity. Like, I'm just not 100% because I'm tired. If you can control time and just pause time and say, okay, I'm just going to sleep. I'm just going to get a nap. I'm going to sleep, I'm going to get a nap in, I'm going to get some time in, I'm going to sleep right now. How much of a difference would that make in your life? You know, like, just extra time to sleep? One of my favorite Bond villains was in, let me think, hold on. It's a Pierce Brosnan Bond, because Pierce Brosnan's probably Sean Connery and Pierce Brosnan are my two favorite Bonds. So I grew up with Pierce Brosnan as a Bond. Probably one of my favorites. Hey, we killed the dragon! Hell yeah! What's up? Not even a boss, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So, I think it's Tomorrow Never Dies or something like that. The guy invents this mask thing that you put on, and you wear it for like an hour a day, and it replaces your sleep cycle. You get a full night's rest from this mask that you put on for like an hour a day. Could you imagine how much more you could get done if you didn't have to fucking sleep? Every time that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay up and do X whatever, I feel like shit the next day, and I don't have the mental capacity to. So like my NBA shit, right? Like, I need to work on it and do so much more than I'm doing fucking right now, for damn sure. Shit. And the thing is that I get to work and I'm like, okay, well, I get up for work at like 4 fucking a.m. I'm tired. I don't have the mental capacity to be able to learn something new and do schoolwork without enough sleep. I can't do it. I can't make myself do it. If you could just put this fucking mask on that was like, okay, you're good. Imagine how much more you could do in life. We spend like a third of our lives asleep, right? It's wild to me. I know one of my coworkers, he talks about he only gets like 4 hours a night of sleep or some shit because he can't sleep, and I'm like, I know you're upset about this shit, and like, but you're a functional human being, and you barely sleep. You know how much I would give for that? It's like, I have to have my fucking 8 hours or whatever, else I can't function worth a shit. I can't do anything. You know, I'm falling asleep during lunch. I'm getting my supervisor over here taking fucking videos of me snoring. I'm sleeping during lunch, bro. And this dude's over here like, yeah, I have insomnia. I just can't sleep. And I'm like, fucking must be nice. I mean, if you're insomnia and can still function, you know, like, obviously if you're like a zombie, then it's not great. But like, he talks about he you know, I go to sleep at like 1 a.m. every night. It's like, fucking wow. What would I do with an extra 3 hours a night? You know, like, holy shit. It makes you wonder, right? Like, I know I read something about the great minds would, like, they would sleep like 4 hours a night. They'd sleep like an extra, like, they'd have like hour-long naps throughout the day. And that was what their sleep cycle was, or some bullshit. I don't know. I remember reading about it. I was like, man, that must be fucking nice. Like, it still totals like your kind of like your 8 hours or 6 hours or whatever, but you kind of break it up where you have like, you know, like an hour sleep at lunch or some shit. You know, I don't know. It's very interesting because, like I said, it's all. Yeah, you're not wrong. You know, it's interesting because, like, even at the plant that I work at and stuff, one of the big things is like alarm management, because this just reminds me of it. Is that whenever you have an event happen, you can get like a shitload of alarms all at once, and it's so overwhelming because, you know, as opposed to just like, okay, I got an alarm, one thing went wrong. Like 20 different things just went wrong. You know, this fucking thing like faulted, it tripped out. And it's overwhelming for the operators to like get a shitload of alarms all at once and try to figure out what the hell just happened. But even to your point, like I said, like there are some days at work that are so slow that they last forever. Well, the days that are busiest are the best days because you're busy all day and it goes by in a fucking blink. My favorite days at work are days that I was busy all day. You know, one of my, I was talking about, I had 2 really big projects going on. And, it was so stressful and busy that I like lost short-term memory. Like, I had to have somebody else kind of keep me accountable because I said, I can't remember things right now. So much is happening that I cannot keep anything straight. But that was one of the best times of my life. It was. I slept at the plant one night. I said, I have so much going on, I can't go home. And it was so stressful, but I look back at that falling because it was so gratifying. Hey, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. Comment down below what your favorite part was, and of course, if you want to see more, please subscribe. I'm Alek, the Lost Knight. I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evenings, and sometimes Saturdays if I'm in town. So, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you want to catch me live, catch me on Twitch. Otherwise, check out my socials below. I'll see you guys in the next one.